My name is Sheriff Ali. I live at number 3 Brooklyn Settlement in Sangre Grande. I happen to be the first student to register at Northeastern College in Sangre Grande. This college was opened on the 8th of May 1961. I happened to be the first student to be registered because of the fact that 105 children were selected to start the new school. Mr. Laltu, who was the principal at the time, decided that he would have 3 forms of 35 students in each form. Form 1A, Form 1B, and Form 1C. The reason for this was that he wanted one form to write the GC O-levels, which was going to start in 1965. So the first 35 students in the examination were put into Form 1A. Then you had Form 1B and Form 1C. In Form 1A, my surname, being Ali, was called upon to register. It was done in alphabetical order. The experience at Northeastern was a great one for me. Meeting students from as far as Guayaguari, Matlat, Arima, Beach, Plumita, all the surrounding areas of Sangre Grande. And the experience that one had from, say, a child from Guayaguari or Miaro would have been completely different from what we used to do in Sangre Grande. The Miaro student would, let's say he brought lunch, you're sure to get fish and dashin. And my good friend Ramlal Prasad, every time he brought this nice blue dashin, he would invite me to sit in the back of the science building for us to have lunch. We had a friend, well, at the beginning, came from Kaiwal, Winston Cooper, riding a bicycle, bringing mangoes to sell. And, you know, he used that money to help him with his stationery and so on, you know. He was a very industrious fellow. And from early days, we realized that he had this army thing in him, you know, this military business, marching and so on. So much so that in the first year of independence, we marched from Northeastern College to the old Civic Center with Mr. Winston Cooper leading the way. We had Mr. Anthony, who was a scout master. He was, well, we used to call him Khaki Jesus because he always had his khaki clothes on, right? But he used to be the man with Mr. Laltu, the principal in the office there. And Mr. Anthony, being a scout master, he trained us for about 3 months before the independence, and we marched straight down to the Civic Center, as it was called in those days, by the bus terminus there now. So we saw something in Cooper. He became a commissioner of police, the acting commissioner of police, and all that. So he had this military skill in him. We had Bilinji and Mustafa Khan. From the beginning, you saw the ability in them as far as the academics were concerned. Esther, Mora, Tyler, brilliant children. But in our days, I think the children were closer to one another. We had this bond among us. I had one of my best friends in school was Merlin Alfred. She was from the Toko side, San Souci up there. And you know, when you look at Merlin, and then we had, you look at Esther, you know, different races all bonding together. We get into the cafeteria, we would line up, looking for something to buy or so, and everybody would be making jokes with one another. I don't think it had any enmity or fight or any kind of thing like that in those days. I remember Williamson bouncing a window pane, crashing into it. Mr. Altu heard the noise, it came out. He was concerned with the boy because he got cut just under the chin. He said, boy, a few inches again and you would have cut the throat, which would have been a dangerous cut. And Archie Dick now thought that we were going to be flogged for that mishap that day. And he brought some old shorts from home for us to put under our pants, so that if we were going to be flogged, the pain will be less on our buttocks. So happened that Mr. Alto never did us anything for that. But we had, look, Maura and I one day were put out of the class by Mr. Haru to stand in the sun by the lawn. Maura would say, Sheriff, this sun too hot, I ain't feeling good, So what will you do? She said, here, drop yourself on the lawn. I will see you faint. And we watch around. Brap, I threw myself on the lawn. Maura rushed and picked me up. But that was I was very light, slim, put me on the bench. Then Mr. Haru came out. What's wrong? She told him, well, he's faint because of the heat of the sun. So I put him back in the classroom. He got away there. Northeastern, at that, we had this, we ride to school, Manikchan and I. One day, well, Mr. Altu, around, as the bell rang, he would come out by the gate. And latecomers, one line. He head for his office. So when I turned into Graham Street, I saw the white, he was always dressed in white, I saw him at the gate. And I ride him a bike. I jump off the bike, pull out the insect, and I let go the air. And I push in the bike down the road. When he comes and says, all right, you think, we get that bike fixed early as possible. I say, yes, sir.
Good one,
Yeah.
good one.
All right. Well, I left Northeastern in 65, 66. And, but so far, I've been back there one or two times. I was given my register. When Mr. Ian Jones came for holidays, we went up to Northeastern, Maura and myself, Winston Cooper. And we were well treated. The principal there, a lady by the name, I think it was, I can't remember her surname now, but she has retired, I believe. And we had a nice little chat. Mr. Ian Jones, he was a Spanish teacher, and he was also a sports master. And one of the things I remember about him, he, while practicing on the cricket ground, he told me, Sheriff, you're playing too much on the back foot. Keep on the front foot. That ball was well pitched up, stay on the front foot. Keep on the front foot. You're playing back too much. You will get bowled. Say, all right, sir. But looking back now, at that idea, they were, let's say that sort of coaching, to be on the front foot. I believe, it took me into life, and you say, boy, something wrong, but keep going forward. Keep moving forward. Don't go back too much on the back foot. You might have some adversity or so, and you have to step back a little, but aim to keep moving forward. In life, you move forward. So I had to thank Mr. Ian Jones for that, giving me that advice. Jackie George and I, we were the opening batsmen for Northeastern College. And with that advice, I started to make more runs. I lasted longer in the wicket. Mr. Jones Haru, who was our geography teacher, You know, he was a motivator. You know, he would come into the classroom and probably he went to the cinema over the weekend and he will describe to you certain things in the film that relates to geography. Like, you know, an American film, and you saw the cactus and all those sort of thing, and the tumbleweed, and you saw the horses riding up the mountain and so on, the different features and so on, the landscape, and he would bring that into the geography class. The food that they were eating on the table, the corn and all these kind of things, where it was grown, the type of food that the people ate, and so on. It came from the farmlands right around. So, and not only that, Mr. Jones was a cricketer too. And I, as a young fella, playing for Brooklyn in school days, went to Kumoto. We were playing a match there. And I went into bat, and lo and behold, Mr. Jones Harrow was the wicket keeper. So I had to bat in my crease because my teacher behind the wicket and I in front of the wicket. So I had to bat in my crease. And coming back to this cricket with Mr. Jones now, at this age, we realize you have to bat in your crease. You can't go forward too much and you can't come back. So you have to bat in your crease. At 77, I batted in my crease right through. Right, Northeastern College, you could say, was a home for not only my wife and myself, but I have 3 daughters who went to Northeastern College. Nicole, Ria and Risa. Today, Ria is a teacher in Northeastern College. 3 of them, 3 out of the 4 daughters are teachers. Ria is in Northeastern, Risa is at Pesal, and Shastra, she's in Hillview College. So right now I maintain the links with Northeastern College through my daughter teaching there. I don't know, the grandchildren, they went to school outside. I don't know if I'll have great grand, well, I'll encourage them to go to Northeastern. Right. So on the whole, I enjoyed my stay in Northeastern, and I wish all the students who are going there right now would keep going forward, learn from the past, and increase the standard of education in Sangre Grande through their works at Northeastern College. I had to thank you, Mr. Upsing, for giving me this opportunity to speak about my college, Northeastern College. It will live on forever. Thank you again.